I'm recording, Dr. Lamb. I'll save it.
Yeah, you got in before me, so that's fine. You just go ahead and record. That'll be good. Oh, there's Dr. McHugh. John, how are you? Glad to see him tonight. All right, so if you're recording, yeah, I see it's recording now, so we'll get started. Good evening. This is the Town Hall for MELS 603 through 605. This is our final Town Hall for Fall 19. As always, thank you all for being with us tonight. Thank you for choosing Gardner Webb. So this is just kind of a final reminder, a fall wrap-up of all the things for that need to be done by the end of the semester. Please remember that commencement is next Saturday. I'll get to some of those things in just a few minutes. And so today was the soft deadline for 605s. So I'll go over that at this time. So our spring 2019 three-semester add-on licensure program, that'd be Dr. Stone, Dr. Sanders, Dr. Neal, and Dr. Wilson's classes. There's Dr. Wilson with us now. Good evening, Dr. Wilson. So here are the things you got to finish up by next Monday, because grades go in on Tuesday, and everything is set next Tuesday. So everything needs to be in by next Monday, December the 9th. All of your Blackboard coursework per your instructor, to include your discussion board, your case studies, discussion board assignments, and peer review of evidence tasks. In your task stream DRF portfolio, your evidence artifacts, all 6 of them are to be done and in by today. And then by next Monday, everything else, which is your task stream competency folio requirement, your third round of 21 competency artifact proofs, submitted. You know, you've got to, once it's complete, you've got to move it over to your DRF portfolio for evaluation. There is a video in each of your 605 class shelves on how to upload that DRF portfolio, how to upload that competency folio in your DRF portfolio for evaluation. Now, let me be clear. Don't move it over there until it's ready to be evaluated. That you've got all 3 rounds of your competencies completed. That you need to make sure on that one, that you have all 3 rounds of your competency artifacts completed. Once that's done, you follow my little 2.5-minute video and move it over to your DRF portfolio for evaluation. Also due by next Monday are your School of Ed dispositions for this semester and your competency analysis. And so those are the things that are due by next Monday. Your evidences need to be in there by today, so that if there's any revision on those, we can get that done. Everything else in your task stream DRF portfolio is due by next Monday. I see I have a question. Let me catch it right fast.
Dr. Lamb, I'm getting it. The question was about, once they're evaluated, do we need a score screen? So I said yes, mail it to their instructor.
All right. If you'll get, thank you, Dr. Stone, if you'll get those. All right. As I said, commencement is Saturday, December 14th. Make sure you have applied for graduation. Please remember, and I just went over these things that here that it says to remind you. Please remember that we don't have anybody graduating this fall. We have our 49 completers, our add-ons that are completing, and so everybody had to apply to graduate. Please remember that you don't participate in commencement, but we do have a couple of activities that we would like to invite you to for those 49 who are completing their add-on this semester. And so here is that announcement that I sent you last week. Add-on licensure candidates are invited to the undergraduate pinning ceremony. You won't be pinned because you're not undergraduates, but we will call your name and you will go across the stage in Dover Chapel. Full regalia is required. The certificates should be here by then to give them out to you. 2 days later, on Saturday at noon, our traditional reception over at Tucker Student Center. No regalia there. You can bring your kids. They have some refreshments. We'll have your certificates. You can sign up for the alumni information. There may be some swag. I don't know if Dr. Bull's going to have any T-shirts or anything, but he sometimes has some of those things there. But we would love for you to come to either of those events, or both, or neither. If you don't come to either, we'll mail you your certificate. But again, neither of these are required, and you can opt to attend both of them. But please remember, you will not get pinned at the pinning ceremony. You'll simply have your name announced. You'll walk across the stage. You do not participate in the actual graduation at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. You come to the reception afterward if you'd like to come to those. And the faculty will be here to greet you. We'll all be here, and we'd love to see you. Many of you we haven't met in person. We'd love to take that opportunity to put a name with a face and give you your certificate at that time. So please know that we would love to have you at either or both of these events. All right. So back to our, I'll read this again. The 6 evidences are due today. DRF portfolio must be completed with all 6 evidences, all competency analysis, all SOE dispositions, competency folio completed, uploaded, and evaluated, internship log completed, uploaded, evaluated by next Monday in order for you to commence next Saturday, December 14th, for you to have be done at that time. So that's everybody that's in 605 this semester. That's all of our add-on folks. Again, that's Dr. Stone, Dr. Sanders, Dr. Neal, Dr. Wilson. All right, so moving right along to the next group, we have a group that I have. They're all with me this semester in 603. If any of you, and I see a couple of them, are with us tonight, your Blackboard coursework is due, your discussion boards, case studies, assignments, evidence peer review. All these are due by next Monday. December the 9th is the final day for them. Your task stream DRF portfolio evidence is the OMA, uploaded and evaluated. You don't have any competency analysis this semester. You do have your SOE dispositions, and you're supposed to complete 12 folio competency artifacts, 4 required, 8 required, and 4 candidate choice. The same ones that you did for the OMA, you need to put artifacts in this semester in your competency folio. Let me say that again.
Dr. Lamb, you've gone silent.
What about now?
We can hear you.
I don't know what happened there. My phone, I'm hooked into the phone system here at the office. Something went wonky with it. All right. So again, everything for 603 is due by next Monday, the 9th, so that I can get grades in on Tuesday. Again, you need 12 artifacts in your competency folio. I would suggest the same 12 that you wrote in your competency analysis and task 4 of the OMA, that you upload artifacts for those same 12 this semester in your competency folio. Please remember, there is no competency analysis due this semester. Separately in task stream, just your School of Ed disposition. All right, so questions about that, Dr. Stone will answer those, and I'll move along. All right, the next group is the folks who are in 604, who will have Dr. Stone this spring in 605. You're currently with Dr. Sanders. So by next Monday, this is what you need to have done. your Blackboard coursework for Dr. Sanders to include your discussion boards, your assignments, your evidence peer reviews. Your evidence this semester was the skip, all 4 tasks of it. You have no task stream DRF portfolio dispositions or competency analysis, but you are to complete your second round of competencies in your competency folio by putting by finishing that second round of your artifacts. And you should request comments on those of your clinical coach. So again, you had to skip this semester, and you should finish your second round of competencies in your competency folio in task stream. That was your task, along with your instructor required materials in terms of your class, your discussion boards assignment, and evidence peer reviews that you had in your class. Questions about that while we're here? All right. Some general things. Please remember that interns should upload for comments in task stream competency folio at least 80 hours of clinical activities each semester that have been signed off on by your site supervisor. Please remember not to upload your logs in your task stream DRF portfolio unless you are in your last semester and you have completed all of your logs. And that would be for the 605 folks. You'll upload all 3 of yours and submit them for evaluation. You folks who are in 603 and 604, you upload your log in your competency folio and request comments of your coach to make sure that you're good on those hours. Everybody has to apply to graduate. You folks who are in 603, regular at some point early next semester, you will apply to graduate in the summer. The other folks in 604, you should have already applied. Everybody in 605 should have already applied. And so please remember to do that. You get an email, that's not through us. You get an email from the registrar that tells you how to go into Web Connect and apply for graduation. You need to follow those directions. And then there's a couple reminders about what Clinical Coach 1 and 2 does. Please remember, if you have moved or if you have a new site supervisor, you need to let us know so you can get a visit to your new person from your Clinical Coach 1. Otherwise, they'll Zoom with you if you need anything. Please remember that your Clinical Coach 2 has a separate clinical shell. Any work that you do, you can put in either privately or publicly. Privately in the Dropboxes, publicly in discussion board for assistance from them. Please remember that they are always there and available to help you. I think that's everything that I have on my list here.
Dr. Lamb, would you address SOIs?
Hopefully they've gotten them now from, it's a Qualtrics survey that comes from the Office of Institutional Effectiveness. Have students received them yet?
Oh, you have?
Good. Fill them out and get them back. We really like the feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. It helps us with our programs, so please do that. That is, it's a new looking format this semester because the university has adopted Qualtrics as their survey platform. They had a little snafu last week. They were supposed to be out, but I think they must be out this week now. They had a little snafu on the first round. If you got 2, fill out the second one. If you've already filled one out, I guess you might need to fill the second one out. I don't know what's going to happen. The first administration was not successful, and so they had to do a second administration. So if you got the first one last week, and filled it out, and you got another one, go ahead and fill it out as well. I'm sorry that you have to do that, but they had a little snafu in there and in their administration, which sometimes happens with a new program. So, yeah, we would love to do that. Those of you that are in 605, I also sent you a Qualtrics link to do your final reflection. So you can either do it hard copy Word and email it to me, or just for ease of convenience, I sent you a Qualtrics link. You don't have to do it in both places, whichever is easiest for you. Some candidates like to do it as a Word document. Some prefer a survey link. So you have both. Either one of them is fine. That's information for me. It's not about, it's about what you got. I'm doing a longitudinal case study. It's going to be about a 10-year ordeal. But hopefully at 5 years, we'll start recollecting data from our graduates who have been in the role for a while. But I'm really focused on what you're getting from the program, what it's done for you, because that's the most important thing. We're really interested in what you got from the program, and then to compare that a few years down the road with was that what you needed, I guess, for lack of a better term. Is that what you needed? What you got from us, is that what you needed? And so that helps us with our program. We have collaborative partners, principals and superintendents who give us good information about the program. We get your feedback on SOIs, but I'm also interested in what you think you got, or what you know you got, and then down the road, was that the right stuff to get? Because you are our client system, and we're interested in making sure you get what you need more than anything else.
And we want to be supportive with you in your employment endeavors as well. We want to make sure that Garner-Webb's program meets your expectations.
Exactly right. We want to make sure that when you get that job, which we know you will, that you're prepared, that we've done all that we can do to prepare you. We can't prepare you for every circumstance, I suppose, but we certainly try. We want you to be successful in your job. That's the most important thing, is that you're successful in that job. Many of you are, you're not a bunch of kids. I don't mean that in derogatory. You're grown people who are trying to make a change in your life and try to improve and better your life. And I don't want this program to be all for naught. It's got to serve you. It's got to get you where you want to go. That's the most important piece. And that's what we're most interested in. So you may also get a senior exit survey from the college. I'm not sure if they're going to do that this semester or not. If you get that, that'll come in as a Qualtrics survey from institutional effectiveness as well. But your feedback is always welcome in your comments. Those are very illustrative and help us with the program. All right. What have I missed? I guess we'll just have an open forum of questions now. I think everybody knows what's required and where and when. Everything's required by next Monday. General questions that you have for me.
Dr. Lamb, was it Lucas Stern in the Office of Instructional Effectiveness?
Yeah, Lucas is the one sending them out. You may see Dr. Lucas Stern, you may see Dr. Jeff Tubbs, and you may see Miss Lisa Kindler. All those people are legitimate. Lisa Kindler, Jeff Tubbs, Lucas Stern, they are all legitimate people. That is our Office of Institutional Effectiveness who does this survey for us and puts all this information together. But they are real people.
Dr. Lamb.
Yes.
If we're going into the program where we're going to actually get the degree, what are the other 2 classes that we'll be taking?
Oh, good. Thank you for reminding me. All right. So once you have completed this add-on licensure program, those of you who are in 605 this semester, you can opt to come back with us in the spring and you can take 602 and 604. Now, you can take either of those in the spring, or you can take both. Since you will not be doing a clinical, your portfolio is done. You won't have to do clinical hours. You won't have to do any evidences or competency folio or any of that stuff. You'll just have, those classes are 6 hours each. You can take up to 12 hours. So you can take them both in the spring, or you can take one in the spring and one in the summer. 602 is the assessment course, and 604 is the curriculum course. So 602 is about assessment. You've already probably had an assessment course in your first master's, but if you didn't, it is based around assessing data and test scores and EVOS. Dr. Malia Neal and Dr. Kelly Burgess teach that one. Dr. Burgess is assistant superintendent and testing coordinator. She just moved from Kannapolis City to, I think, Rowan Salisbury, but that's what she does. The 604 would be Dr. Sanders. That is a curriculum course on how to supervise curriculum from an administrative point of view. Dr. Sanders is with us tonight. She teaches that course exclusively. That's the two courses, 602 and 604, that you would be required. But the good news is, no evidence artifact work, no peer reviews, none of that kind of stuff. No clinical hours at your site. Your portfolio is complete. You have your license. You just have to do those two classes only in order to get a second master's degree. It's a really good deal, especially in a semester where you can take both 602 and 604.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Faculty, I'll turn it over to any of you if you have anything that you would like to.
Dr. Bam, I just want to encourage all particularly the 605s, do try to make it to Gardner-Webb if you have an opportunity. It's a great university, a great place to kind of just to walk around, but we certainly want to meet you and your family and personally congratulate you, because you really look really different than this little shell of this little picture of you I have on my screen. So if you walk in and we don't recognize you, please come up and tell us your name and tell us again who you are, and make sure you introduce us to your family, because we feel like we've been a part of your family for the last semester and 3 semesters. So please try.
Yeah, that'd be great. Dr. Sanders, anything tonight before we go?
I agree with everything I've heard.
Well, good. Thank you for being with us. Dr. McHugh's with us tonight. Y'all don't see him. He's behind the scenes. He's the one been grading. He may have been the one grading your work. We won't throw him under the bus, though. But you can blame him.
Dr. Wilson's with us.
Dr. Wilson's with us tonight. You have anything? There she is.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you. Just remember they said that the SI, whatever those things are, probably went to spam.
Yeah, the first round went to spam. Hopefully they got the second round. They didn't go to spam, and so yeah, they had a little snafu with the first round.
But either one works.
Either one would work. We'd love to get your feedback. So thank you on that. I see that we're actually 3 minutes early. We beat our half-hour deadline for the first time ever. I've been on Zoom and out in 30 minutes. So I'm glad. Again, thank you all for being with us. Thank you tonight. I look forward to meeting you all. David, I look forward to meeting you as well. I feel like I've seen you you definitely a part of my family. I see David all the time. And so I appreciate him and appreciate all of you. So we hopefully will see you all either Thursday the 12th at 6 p.m. at the pending ceremony here at Dover. Absent that, hopefully we'll see you on the 14th, Saturday at noon at Tucker Center. If you need directions to any of these places, just let me know. Good night, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
And Dr. Lamb, I'll send.
I do have a question
Okay.
right before Yeah, right before we close, hi, I have a question. So I want to piggyback off of what Veronica said. I'm really interested in continuing the program, but I do have a question just realistically for work-life balance. I'm trying to make a decision to continue on and get the full master's. So I heard everything that you said we don't have to do. I just kind of want to know, what do we have to do, and how often do those classes meet? So
Well, they'll be just like the ones you have now. They come online once a week, and the workload will be about the same. Just take the workload you have now and subtract all the evidence artifact work out of it, and they're the same.
Okay.
I mean, they're
So
all the same. They have the same amount of work. You'll be sitting in class with students who have to do the evidence artifacts who are in the regular 5-semester program. But you won't have to do any of that peer review evidence artifact work, and you definitely won't have to do any internship hours at your school. So students tell me that it cuts the time in half. So if you took both classes, it would be like taking one now, or if you just took one class, it'd be like half the time commitment that you're doing now. That's kind of the rule of thumb.
Thank you. And they meet on 2 different nights once a week?
Yes, they would meet on 2 different nights once a week, and they'd video them as well. And you can watch the videos, but it works just like they've been working. They the same kind of classes. Dr. Sanders, what night do you usually meet on?
Tuesday is my normal night.
Tuesday's her normal night. And Dr. Neal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Neal, I'm trying to remember what her normal night is. I think hers might be Monday, but they won't meet on the same night. They'll be on different nights. But yeah, but you know, if you're concerned about time, you can just do one and then do one in the summer. You know, you're not in the summer's not nearly as bad as during the regular program because you don't have the evidence to do. So it's not bad at all. So you can do 602 in the spring and 604 in the summer, or you can do 602 and 4 in the spring.
Dale, it's Malia.
Hey.
Hey, we're going to be, Dr. Burgess and I will meet on Monday nights in the spring.
Right. That's what I thought. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Dr. Neal is here. I thought that she normally meets on Monday and Dr. Sanders normally meets on Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday, and you're through. That works out really well. I'd like that schedule. That would be good. But thank you for being with us tonight. That'd be great. All right.
Thank you, Len.
Any other questions before we go? All right.